Hey guys, today we're looking at the Rainbow Star 100% full link level 10 Goku and Vegeta Angel unit, which of course transforms into Super Vegito. Obviously the headliner of the, I guess, worldwide celebration, no longer referred to as the download celebration at this point, but this unit is very, very good. I think when I first saw this unit, I sort of compared them to the 3-year Int Super Vegito, and my initial impression was that they were pretty much just an easy A of that unit, because they're very similar in a lot of ways, and I still think that's true to a degree. Just take a look at what they do real quick. Let's go to their super. Let's talk about the leader skill last, but super attack. They on both 12 and 18 key, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, which means that the more super attacks they're able to get, the better they'll be able to tank for that turn, which is always good. Now the passive skill. It's interesting because this passive skill actually isn't that long, but it's actually insanely powerful. Generally these days with Dokkan, you have units that have like 4,000 different paragraphs as their passive, and it's like, okay, yeah, well, this unit's already going to be good because they just have so much stuff jammed into that passive. But this unit passive, again, it's only 3 lines. Attack and defense plus 120%, reduces damage received by 30%, and plus an additional key plus 1 per type key sphere obtained. So that's not counting rainbows because it's type key sphere. And then they also get a medium chance of launching an additional super attack, which is actually very important because what we just talked about, their super attacks both give defense and attack raise for 1 turn. So if they're starting the turn at like 140k plus defense with the damage reduction, and they super attack first, like they're going to be taking no damage. And then the fusion is an active skill. So they can activate this when HP is 77% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Now, I think this is one area where I do like the Buu unit better than this unit, because obviously, requiring to be under a certain threshold of HP is going to be a lot more difficult to obtain when compared to being over a certain threshold, just because these units are getting to the point where they're just so powerful that even in the harder events in the game, like Super Battle Road and like even Dragon Ball History, but obviously I consider Super Battle harder, a lot of times it's still difficult to A, get to the 4th turn, because these guys are doing so much damage, and B, generally if you fall below a certain health threshold, you're going to be tempted to use items, and then you're going to have more defense, more damage reduction, and it's just going to be harder to get this off. But I don't think this is a bad condition at all. I don't think it's bad. And then I don't have any skill overs on them right now. Like I said, full link level 10. By the way, something to note here as well is they have shocking speed and prepared for battle, which is nice. Now they do, once they transform, they do actually lose shocking speed, which is to be expected because I think AGL Super Vegito is the only one that has shocking speed. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Oops. Alright, and then the categories, they're on a lot of teams. So Battle of Wits is the category that they themselves introduced. They also are the best leader, finally, for the Majin Buu Saga category. They're also on Patara, of course, Pure Saiyans, which is interesting because up to this point, the Int 3rd year LR as well as the physical Gogeta, they were not on Pure Saiyans. They were actually added to that team with this update that brought this unit to the game. Joint forces as well, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, and final trump card. Kamehameha just gets like every new unit that comes out, they're just all instantly on Kamehameha, just an insane team. Now let's go and look at the transform stuff. So the super attacks now are the same. Let's say the same exact effects. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn for both of them, and then the passive recovers 50% HP once only. So before we even go further than that, I just want to mention that I think the HP I haven't actually used this unit at Rainbow yet. This is going to be my first time experiencing this. I think the recovers 50% HP once only part of this passive is going to be really impactful in Super Battle Road, because I feel like the 4th turn, once you're able to actually activate this active skill transformation, that's really going to be the final turn that you have on that stage, if you even get to the 4th turn. And the fact that you have to be below 77% HP to even activate this means that you're pretty much just going to be at full health. And I think, the ability to just heal that up is going to ensure that you don't really need to use an item that turn, and it's going to help you clear it a lot easier. Then they also get attack and defense plus 150%, medium chance of performing a critical hit, which is really important considering this unit also has counters. Like, as it says there, counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks, plus an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained, which is, you know, the OG int LR Gohan's mechanic, which is still to this day absurd. And then he also gets key +5 and foresees enemies' super attack for 10 turns from start of turn. The way that works is a little bit. You might see that and you're like, oh, he works like you know, Dokkan Fest Physical Piccolo, and it's actually a little bit different because the way that works is it just activates as soon as he transforms, and then it's there for 10 turns. So even if he's not on rotation, you'll still be able to see the location of the enemy super attacks for 10 turns from him using the active skill, which is similar to how the free-to-play Androids 14 and 15's ability works, where if you have them on the rotation with Android 13, they'll just, you know, infinitely see super attack locations, which is super, super important. If you guys go back and watch my physical 100% Dokkan Fest Piccolo showcase, which is the first time I started doing these super long showcases, I was like touting this ability as like the best ability in the entire game, and I still think it probably is one of the best abilities in the entire game, because half of the battle of actually playing this game is figuring out or trying to guess where the super attacks are. So if you know beforehand going into the turn, okay, yeah, he's supering here, he's supering here, units like this guy, units like AGL Super Vegito, units like anybody who has damage reduction from normal attacks, they become like twice as good. And even like AGL Super Vegito, because AGL Super Vegito has 80% damage reduction from normal attacks. If you know where the super attack is, he's invincible. He can't take damage. So that synergy with this guy's ability and units like that is going to make it super important. So that's that. And then the links slightly change. So prior to fusing, he has Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Experienced Fighters, and Shocking Speed. And those become Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, and Kamehameha. All of those are now very good links. Even like Power Bestowed by God and Kamehameha are very good now because of the link level update. As you can see, Power Bestowed by God is now a 10% attack link, and Kamehameha is also a 10% attack link now. Whereas prior to that, they were pretty much just fodder. All right, and then the last thing just to mention real quick is his leader skill. Now, I intentionally saved this for last because I think there is an argument to be made that this is one of, if not the best leader skill in the entire game. So, without even looking at Battle of Wits, Majin Buu Saga category key +3, HP +130, attack and defense +170. I like this spread. I'm someone who's a fan of the defense over the health buff, but let's just go ahead and take a look at the actual category itself. So we have, let me just refresh this. So Majin Buu Saga, and I don't know where Battle of Wits is on here. Right here. So we want a partial match. So here's every unit that fits in this category. We're just going to keep scrolling and scrolling. Look at this. Like, you can even sort by just LRs, right? All of these LRs are on the category. You have the new Buu, you have LR Trunks, you have LR Strength Vegito Blue is insane still. You have LR Trunks and Mai, you have LR Goten and Trunks, you have LR Majin Vegeta, you have both, actually sorry, you only have one. You have the Tech Vegito Blue, you have Gohan and Goten, who's still one of the best units in the game. You have Int Goku and Vegito transform into Super Vegito, and then of course you have the new LR. Now looking at URs, like this list is just like almost endless here. And the unit that really helps this team that I haven't really done a showcase for yet, but he'll be debuting in this video for the first time, is this Tien. I actually have to unlock his potential. I have to use my potential orbs on him, but this Tien single-handedly is going to make this team insane. He's giving to the superclass allies 30% attack and 50% defense, and by himself, he's putting up like 3 million attacks. That's every single turn. It's one of the best units in the game. He's tying this category together because prior to this guy coming out, the best leader was this guy. Was this Super Vegito, and he's not bad now, but the leader skill spread was pretty bad, and you really didn't want to run two of that guy. I mean, you could even run this guy because he's on Battle of Wits to see where super attacks are permanently. I don't know. There's so many good units on here. Like this Trunks is insane. This Goku and Majin Vegeta are really good. This guy, don't forget this guy. I don't know. There's so many like just completely insane units that are on this team that I think there's an argument to be made that it's one of the best leader skills in the entire game, which I think adds a lot to the value of this unit. So, as we just talked about, this guy's on a ton of teams, so we're just going to go through some of these quickly that I have built out, and we're going to start the showcase off by jumping into Super Battle Road, and then a Dokkan event, then we'll go through Infinite Dragon Ball history, and then finally the Legendary Goku event. But here we go, this is the Potara team. I think this is the same team I actually brought into Super Battle Road for their 55% showcase video, so I just left it as it is. Now, this is the Majin Buu Saga team I'm going to be using. I don't think this is probably the optimal version of this team, but it looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to have this is the team I'm going to be using in Super Battle Road. So I'm going to be fighting the Majin Buu Saga stage of Super Battle Road here. So we're going to be using obviously the new Goku and Vegeta alongside the Super Vegeta. That's going to be one rotation. And then the other rotation is going to be a friend, Goku and Vegeta, the new one, alongside AGL Super Vegito. And then we're going to have Tien, Gohan, and Goten all floating. Next we have the Kamehameha team. So again, like, there's so many options for this team at this point. Like, again, every single new unit that comes out almost is on this category just instantly. Then we have the final trump card team, which obviously, you know, Gogeta and Vegito are just match made in heaven for this team right here. And then you have Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, who's like still, I think, one of the better units in the game. Like, his ability to generate Rainbow Key Spheres just instantly every single time, in addition to him being able to get additional ki from those Key Spheres, and sealing and everything he does, it makes him invaluable for this team. And then finally we have the Super Saiyan team here, which again, Spirit Bombs over Goku is going to be the MVP here, but basically just threw together a bunch of random LRs along with Goku and Vegeta, and I just threw Kaba there because he'll be a good support unit for the Goku and Vegeta. Now, I couldn't include some of the teams just because, I mean, it's not really realistic for me to show every single team, so like Join Forces I didn't have on here, and then Pure Saiyans. I just don't like running Pure Saiyans, to be honest, because the leader, I just don't like running the Vegeta as a leader for that team. But alright, so with that said, got the intro out of the way. It's a longer intro, but this unit's important to talk about, I think. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the Majin Buu Saga stage of Super Battle Road. Let's see if we can get a good friend and get this going. Okay, here we are. Now, I did find a pretty good friend unit here. Yeah. He has a level 5 gold crit, as well as a level 5 silver additional, and a level 3 attack is for bronze. But the only thing is, his link levels are not anywhere close to being finished. So I think mine's still going to be better, but it's, you know, it's an interesting situation we got here. Again, this is the team we're using. Let's go ahead and jump in, and we'll see what our rotations are looking like. Hopefully they're not terrible. Alright, so we have to rotate off one of the Goku and Vegetas. We'll be right back. I'll cut so we can get the rotation set up here. Alright, so we took a super attack with Super Vegito in the last turn, as always, because he somehow finds a way to get supered every single turn. But I'm going to actually rotate mine, because look at this. Like, you can see there's a difference in the attack stats here. I'm going to rotate mine off rotation here to be alongside the Int LR. We're going to have the friend stay on this rotation. So we're going to try and just focus down. Actually, if we focus down Vegeta now, because this entire rotation is just STR, we're going to try and focus down the Goku here. We're going to give these guys these. Goten, it doesn't really matter what Goten does. Can't even get him as super anyway. But we'll give him these. And then mine, we'll give these. So we're just getting 12 keys here. No items active. Let's see how much this does. That's actually really not bad at all. We have no support and no items. And they didn't even super first. So that's actually pretty damn impressive. 1.94, and they have they have a medium chance to perform an additional super attack here. Did not happen there, but that's okay. A lot of damage from Vegeta there. And mine's at 1.93. Alright, nice. So Goku's going to be taken care of here. We should have the rotation set up how I want them to be, starting with the next fight, which is going to be great. Okay, so here we go. Second fight. We're going to be able to get a nice amount of orbs here. I'm going to... let's think. Guess I should just focus down Piccolo. Well, on the other hand, no, because we have so many STR units, I don't think Piccolo's that big of a deal. I think I'd rather attack Gohan. So 127,000 defense for him. Let's get all these orbs. This is going to be an 18-key super attack easily. And then Gohan, we'll have you attack... Actually, we'll have him attack Gotenks. we'll grab these. Now the question is, I probably should use an item, right? We're gonna use a Princess Snake, and then that's probably the only item we're gonna have to use in this run. Just because the rotation is starting out, we're really bad. I could have just reset it, but whatever. And then we're gonna have Goten just focus down Gohan here. I'll grab these greens right here. That should be good. And then they're at 3.4. Should see a higher attack stat next turn once we have my LR linked up alongside the Int LR. Should do nothing because we have Princess Snake active. Yep. Hopefully we can get this guy sealed here. Damn, it didn't seal. So next rotation we're going to have my Goku and Vegeta and the Int one, and then the Super Vegeta as well. So no support on next rotation, but we'll see. Alright, so we're taking nothing here. Now we have no item active anymore. Let me just see. So obviously these guys have a higher defense. I think I'm going to do this. I don't want these guys to get super by Piccolo in the middle slot. So we'll have you, again, focus down Gohan there. This should easily be an ATK super attack. These guys can... we should easily be able to finish off Gohan here. So we'll do this. It's a max key, and then Super Vegeta will have you attack Gohan just in case he's still alive somehow, but if not, you can just retarget Goten and attack... or, sorry, Gotenks and attack him. So we'll go ahead and give you these. We'll save the reds for next turn. Perfect. So they're at 3.62. I expect my LR to be higher than this. At least over 4. But again, remember, there's no support here. Okay, they might just take down Gohan by themselves. Is he dead? No, he's alive. Okay, they're getting supered, which is not the best thing, but it's fine. And then they're at 4.5. No support. Okay, and they're pretty much going to be immune to taking any damage here because they're gonna raise their defense here. Yeah, and then Super Vegeta's going to attack Gotenks. Get the defense raise. And then we might actually see a fusion in one turn from now. So here's Tien. Tien is going to be super important. So we're at 153k defense. After getting this, we're going to just attack Goten, or Gotenks. So I don't know why I keep saying Goten. Do this. It's 18 key. And unfortunately, Gohan can't super, but his normal attack still has the chance to seal. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to melee attack Piccolo. And Tien does have a chance to stun as well as greatly lowering attack. So with Tien, I'm going to attack Gotenks. Yeah, we'll do this. It's fine. I don't think we use an item at all here. I actually want to get super. I want to see how much it would do. There, 3.89. Yeah, links make a huge difference. You have double support units on this rotation, and the one on mine still putting up higher attack stats with no support. That's pretty insane. Also link levels too, right? 2.5 from Tien. Okay, very good. Oh, we got the stun. But I think the stun is only for that turn, right? And we're going to get a transformation here, so we're going to go ahead and watch this happen before our very eyes. Okay, well, now we just win. There's no possible way we can lose now. I'm going to... Let's see. So they're both supering in the second slot, huh? Which means that I want... Let me think. I think... Can Super Vegeta just one-hit Piccolo? I think he can. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this. Try just one-hit Piccolo. And then we can attack with these guys if he's still alive. I think that's going to be enough. And then we're just going to win. Let's see, because we're going to counter Gotenks. We might just kill him here. Yeah, he's dead. 1.4 million counter. And then almost a 5 million. Again, no support on this rotation. Okay, yeah, farewell, Piccolo. Alright, let's let's move on to this final stage here. And keep in mind this is against one enemy, so if we can just like seal him or stun him or lower his attack a million times, then he's just going to be pretty much just fodder. Oh man. I think I'm just going to leave Super Vegito right there. I mean, this is a smarter decision, right? Because we're pretty much immune to taking damage here. But look at that. Look at that. I don't think we get to use an item. There's no way we get to use an item. We'll get super for like 350k, but then other than that, we're going to take 0 damage. So I don't think we actually have to use an item here. We're going to... What's the best way to save orbs? I want to line up the... I want to line up STR orbs for next turn. I'm going to get these. And we can get these. That's perfect. And then Gohan will give you these. That has a chance to seal as well. This is looking good. Looking good. Alright, there's the defense raise, so we're definitely good here. Alright, Super Vegito, this is your time to shine here. What do you got? 1.97 is pretty good. He is pretty much all Link level 10, I think except for one Link. There's a double super, which is nice because it's going to double raise his attack for these counters coming up right here. No crits though, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you have a million opportunities right here. Come on, show me some crits. You have 15 crit. Okay, so far 0. So far 0 crits. Nice. He crit 0 times. Are you serious? That's so stupid. These guys are going to do as much damage as he just did. Watch this. Yeah, look. They're matching it. Okay. Yeah, we're two-turning this guy right here. I thought they were going to attack again right there. Alright, if we seal him, it's actually just over. Okay, this Gohan just refuses to seal ever. Alright, turn number 2 on this stage right here, on this fight. 151k defense. These guys are at 208k. It's pretty nuts. I'm confident that we just win, right? I think we can just win here. I mean, if they get supered in the middle slot, that's pretty bad, and I think we're probably just gonna die. But I'm willing to just risk it. Like, I think we can just win here. .14, yeah. TN is making a big difference here. If they get the additional super attack as well, it's over. Oh, they didn't get it. That sucks. I think we actually could die here now if they get supered in the middle. Alright, they did not. So we're still looking good. And we're going to have these guys finish him off. So, that, I mean, what did we use? One item? And honestly, we didn't really need to use that one item, I don't think. I don't remember if we did or not. But yeah, this is over. We have a Dokkan attack as well. I'm not even going to click the button. We don't even need it. Like, if Super Vegito had crit on, like, 20% of those counters, we would be, like, I think we could have just killed him in 2 turns. 2 turns to kill this guy. It's nuts. Alright, well, so long. Yep. Was that 3 turns? Pretty seamless, pretty smooth, pretty effortless. We used one item, but again, I don't even think we needed to use that one. So, yeah. I guess with that said, we'll move on to a Dokkan event. We'll clear that through pretty quickly, and then we'll move on to Infinite Dragon Ball history to see if we can just get them built up with Super Vegito real quick. Alright, we're actually going to be taking on the Buuhan event because it's a little bit longer and doesn't die in like 2 seconds. I found a friend, Vegito, so we're going to be using the final trump card team. This guy's actually pretty good. Rainbow Vegito, He does have some pretty good skill orbs here, as well as pretty high link levels. I actually haven't gotten around to leveling up the links of mine yet. Mine's just level like 2 or something. Yeah, super, super low, because I've just been focusing on Wicked Bloodline the whole time. But, alright, let's jump in. This should not take too long, but again, this guy does have a lot of damage reduction, so let's go through this as fast as we can. I don't like to spend too much time on Dokkan events, but this one in particular does take a while. So we'll see how fast we can get through this. What are rotations looking like? The other one's not bad. I think we'll just go ahead and just use Vegito here. Let's do this. Grab those. I mean, that's actually pretty good because I want to take damage so that we can try and get the fusion here. I don't even know if he's going to take that much from this, but yeah, it's not looking too good. This team is just not gonna fall below 77%, huh? There's no way. All right, well, let's see if we can make it happen. I'm gonna rotate off Gogeta, and I'm gonna leave Spirit Bomb Goku alongside Goku and Vegeta, because they share a bunch of good links. Actually, they share experienced fighters, they share legendary power, fierce battle, stuff like that. So it should be pretty good. Let's actually make sure. I want to see exactly what links they're sharing. Experienced fighter, same warrior race. Yeah, I forgot about same warrior race as well. Prepared for battle and fierce battle. So pretty good link set that they're sharing there. Go ahead and grab these. Spirit Bomb Goku will give you those. Then Gogeta, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're going to super no matter pretty much what we do here, but that's fine. We'll rotate him off. And no support on rotation. 4.15. Pretty good. And then Goku's not going to get his 18k super attack because we got pretty unlucky with the rainbow orbs. This is going to do 0 damage. So our chances of getting the fusion are probably almost 0% here, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's the Dokkan event, you can't really ask for too much. Alright, so next turn. What do we have next turn? We have both Vegitos on rotation or something? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's skip this. And I'm going to actually rotate my Vegito because the friend one is a little better. So we'll go like this. Grab those. And then we'll just give Vegito these. We'll save those reds. 4 reds is good enough. If he supers here, we're not even... Like, we have a 0% chance of getting the fusion. I think we should easily be able to see the fusion, though, in Infinite Dragon Ball History or Legendary Goku event. It's just like, I don't know. I don't like any sort of restriction that necessitates that you fall below a certain percentage of health. It becomes a chore, right? I mean, I get that they want to make it feel special. Like, oh, yeah, you don't see it every single time you play the game, but it happens, you know, when you're in a pickle, you really need it to actually win. But I don't know. I feel like if I'm summoning for a Super Vegito unit, I want to play as Super Vegito more than like 10% of the time. And I'm not saying it's taking less than 10% of the time to actually fuse. I'm just remembering Gohan last year, and over the course of the past year, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, how many times have I actually fused with that Gohan? And the number's got to be like, out of all the times I've used him, it's probably less than 3%. It's got to be less than 3%. Which is unacceptable in my opinion. So I'm glad that they didn't go down that route here. But I feel like they hit the nail on the head with the Buu's transformation conditions. But this guy's is like a little eh. It's definitely not terrible though. We'll say that. For how good he is, right? I would say Super Vegito is definitely better than Buuhan, but Buuhan is definitely not bad at all. Super Vegito just has all those like just insanely stupid mechanics. He can see super attacks. He just has built-in crits. Counters themselves are just a dumb mechanic. I don't know. He has it all. All right. What are we up to here? We're fusing. Okay, nice. Or not? Sorry, not fusing. We're transforming with the fusions. Okay, so now that we have these guys out, it becomes a joke. So we'll go ahead and grab these. Gogeta, we'll just give you these. I mean, nothing else really needs to be said here. It's just pretty much over at this point. He's healing, but it's inevitable here. See if we can get a third attack. I think this guy did go more heavily into additionals. Did not. The funny thing is Gogeta could kill him, I think. He triple supers. Oh, sorry, actually he can't triple super. He can only double super. Can he kill him? I don't think so. Nah, he wouldn't. It would be close. If we got another super right now, I think it would be close. Ah, normal attack. Okay. Yeah, that would have been close. So, what is this, like turn 5? No, yeah, it's turn 5, right? Oh, he's sealed. Yeah, I mean, this this guy just never stood a chance here. Oh, the other Vegito's fusing here. Okay. I think we will let him do this. He's healing again, but again, it does not matter at all. Okay. Triple super? Okay. Yeah, that's game over. Thanks for playing, Boo. Alright, we'll move on to Infinite Dragon Ball History next. We're just going to keep doing the same stage, which is the versus the Super Warrior stage, because it's all it is just a long event without locking or anything like that, so we can maintain our rotations that we want to have the whole time, which I think is good. Alright, so Link level ups, which is nice, and we will head out. Alright, this is the team we're going to be bringing into Infinite Dragon Ball History here. We're doing just basically a full Super Saiyan team with the leader of Spirit Bomb of Goku. So keep in mind as we go through this is a 130% leader skill. The friend isn't the best. It's really hard to actually find friends for this guy, which is kind of annoying because I actually really like using this team. But this is where he's at. He has some crits in here. How much is this? Oh, he actually has a level 5 and a level 2 bronze, so he has 13 crit, which is pretty good for only having one dupe. Links aren't leveled, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump in. I think I want to have Gohan linked up alongside Goku and Vegeta, but let's see what our... Oh, great, 7th slot, huh? Thanks, game. I guess we'll be right back. Alright, here we are. So obviously the better partner to link this guy up with would be, again, the Int LR Vegito, but we did that already in Super Battle Road, so I want to try something different here, linking him alongside Gohan, a little bit of a different pairing here. Links that are active: Fierce Battle, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, and Legendary Power. Now, Experienced Fighters is the only other big one that's not active here, but I think that's okay. I'm going to be able to get this Max Key Super Attack as well, thanks to Kaba being on rotation and also giving the 50% buff. So defensively, we're at 118k, which is very, very good. Go ahead and grab these, and we're going to be sitting really well here. Gohan will just give you those, and then Kaba, it doesn't really matter. This is going to be good. I think even if we get supered, we're not really going to be taking any damage here, just because that 30% damage reduction is going to be able to help us out a lot. What is that, 4.2 million on 130% leader skill? It's just, this team is nuts. Like, I don't know. Okay, so here we are against Piccolo, and we're going to have Goku floating here. Now, here comes the part of the run where we try and fuse. Other rotation is Int Vegito and Physical Gogeta, so I'm just trying to think. I know Goku, the like instant transmission Goku, he hits pretty hard, so if we can have him like super the Gogeta, that'll be pretty good. That'll easily drop us below 77%, I think. But for now, we'll go ahead and just let's just think about this. I think this is the best way we can do this. And Gohan, we'll just have you stack up your defense, and then Goku will just give you all these. That's fine. Let's see how much the super does. Please, super. No. Okay. All right, just casual 3 million, no support on a 130% team. Yeah. And the additional as well. At this point, if we got super, we probably would take double digits as well. Just because of the raise on the super attack. Pretty nuts. 3 million from Gohan. Okay, I guess we're just gonna kill him. All right, well we did take a super attack last turn, but it didn't really do that much damage. I'm probably gonna heal this all off here anyway. Well, I mean, if he supers us, I guess we take a little bit of damage. This is gonna heal a lot. It's not that much healing. We'll grab these. And the other problem to consider with this setup is if we do fall below 50%, like for instance, let's just say on this turn we get supered, and we fall below 50% health, both the fusions on the other rotation are going to fuse and heal us up to full health. So I would prefer if that didn't happen. So I mean, we'll see, because that'll obviously make it a lot harder for this guy to fuse too. Up to 3.47. Again, no support here. No super, okay. If he supers Goku, that would be pretty good. Because Goku doesn't have the highest amount of defense ever. Actually, Goku might just finish him off. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Damn it. Alright, so we actually didn't super attack at all last turn, but it's, I mean, he's a physical unit, so it's not really going to matter. We're also going to heal all the way up to full here. It's just impossible. We can't take damage, even on a 130% lead team. We just can't take damage. This is going to do 0 damage. Watch this. Oh... Alright, I guess we'll try next turn, because next turn's going to be the instant transmission Goku. If he supers Gogeta, we should be able to fall below, I think. Alright, perfect. I had to put the Gogeta in like the line in the line of fire of like 20 attacks for this to actually happen. But we got it, so let's go ahead and see the animation. At this point, we just win the game. He's supering in the front, but this is going to be interesting because I do want to see how much he's going to take. I mean, he's only at 106k. Oh, sorry, 109. So 109k defense, right? He has no damage reduction once he transforms, so that's also something to consider. So he's actually going to be worse off defensively, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, we could just do this, right? We know the super attack is there. The beauty about knowing where super attacks are is you're like, oh, I really want to counter, so I'm going to put him in the first slot. But now that we know he's super attacking there, like he I guess pseudo has more defense now because you know where the super attack is. You can just put Gohan here. He's going to take 0 damage. So I will leave him there just to see how much he takes. This is going to be a Dokkan attack as well, so I imagine he's just going to die, but we'll see. Yeah, that critical damage is pretty nuts. Alright, Dokkan attack here. Let's actually tap this. He's at 4.3 million, no support. This is also going to raise its attack and defense for 1 turn, which means his counters are going to hit harder after he supers. So that's something good to keep in mind as well. This could just one-shot him. Like, it actually just, if he crits on this, it's probably over. Didn't crit. I think it would have killed him if it did. If this crit too, it might have actually just killed him as well. But alright, we'll move on to the next phase here. Alright, where are you super attacking? At the beginning, of course. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put Gohan in the beginning, in the front. So we'll take 0 damage from that. And we're going to just counter him twice in the middle. Full key right there. Again, we have no offensive support and rotation, so this should still be a pretty decent number. Alright, let's see. We're going to take 0 damage here from Gohan, because obviously we know where the super attack is. Again, it's such a stupid ability. Thanks, Gohan. Thanks for the super attack. Alright, now Vegito gets to attack with a 4 point... Again, keep in mind, this is a 130% leader skill. No support. That's crit. And I think Goku's going to take him out here. So we'll move on to the final phase, and then we'll go into the Legendary Goku event. Okay, so here we have support, and this is going to be a pretty devastating rotation. He's not supering again? He didn't super last turn either. Alright, well, does he share any more links with Kaba? I don't think so. There's no way. Yeah. We're just gonna do this. I don't know. Like, we'll see how much he actually does here, but I imagine it's going to be this. This could potentially be the final rotation, but I don't think so. I mean, he would have to get an additional super attack, I think, and then like crit on every single attack, including his counters, to end this here. But we'll see. It's possible. Definitely possible. 5.2, 130% leader skill. Come on, crit. Damn. Alright, that didn't work out too well. His counters aren't critting either. No! There's a crit. Almost a 2 million counter. It's pretty balanced. If this Gohan had focused all of his attacks in one location, we would have ended this turn, I think. Oh yeah, he easily would have. Alright, I think the other rotation is going to finish this guy off here, so we'll move on to the Legendary Goku event, and I'm going to skip around again as always, just because it's a longer event, and we saw a lot of what this guy can do in his untransformed state. So I'm going to take, I think what we'll do is we'll take the... What team do I have left? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, I think for the Legendary Goku event, we're going to take the Potara team in here. The only team I didn't really show off was the Kamehameha team, but we just can't do everything. It's not realistic. We'll do this Potara team. It's pretty damn good. And then I don't have Tech Vegito Blue on here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to replace AGL Vegito with Tech Vegito Blue. And then after we do that, we'll jump in. So we'll see how rotations are, and we'll be right back. Alright, so right away we have rotations that I really wanted to have, which are these two together, and then Vegito Blue, we'll rotate him off. I want to get him alongside the physical Vegito Blue, but what we'll do here is we're actually going to miss super attacks. Actually, I guess we can't miss one with him, but we're going to miss one with him, and I want to try and get this Vegito to stack up here if possible, because I think it's just super important that we get as many stacks before he transforms as possible, but this guy could just take him out here. By himself if he decides to additional after this. I mean, we'll see. Okay, cool. He didn't additional. Alright, Vegito. At least we got one stack here. It's fine. Because he's going to transform the next time he shows up. So I wanted to get at least one stack. Go on, give me an additional super. Damn. Alright. We'll be right back. Alright. Let's see. Going up against Goku. I'm just going to put him in the first slot. I don't really care. I'm not scared at all. There's going to be a max key super attack with Supreme Kai Time on rotation. Yeah. It's, Potara team's pretty good. Let's see how much this does. Super attack. Okay, cool. I want to see how much this does. Type disadvantage, and it does 54k. It's pretty good. 5.1. Okay. And then this guy's at 4.3, which is actually pretty impressive. Again, I think the the STR one is literally just a better version of this one in every single possible way. So it's kind of funny. Alright, so I actually really want to see this rotation because we have Guasu and Zamasu here. What's his defense at? 133. Okay. I don't think we would take damage at all if we got super. I think we'd be double digits if we got supered here. I think it would. We'll see. Please super me. 4.5 is insane for no offensive support with the amount of defense that they have. Plus the chance to do an additional super as well. Oh yeah, he's dead. Goku's and Vegeta are going to finish him off here. Just shredding through this every single phase. I think we've one-turned like basically every single phase so far. This is an interesting rotation right here. I'm going to put them first. We'll go with those, get the yellows with them. And then you can get these. Something else I haven't really talked about that much is the fact that they are so easy to super attack with because of the fact that they get the extra ki from the type ki spheres. It's such a busted ability. It's like a slightly worse version of LR and Gohan's ability because it doesn't count rainbow ki spheres, but honestly, like it doesn't even really matter. And then when they transform, they pick that ability up. It's like, okay, yeah, they really needed that. They needed the buff when they transformed. Okay, this is probably going to be the first phase where we don't actually one-turn it, but that's fine. And we're getting super attack. This is going to do like 0 damage. I just want to let you guys know that on the other rotation, physical Vegito Blue has not attacked at all. He's not attacked a single time. Tech Vegito Blue has soloed every single phase so far. Alright, so now we're going to try and get the fusion. So I'm going to put them in the middle. Hopefully they get super by Goku. But even if they get super by Goku, are they even going to take enough damage? They might not. Let's get this, drop that rainbow there. Grab those. And that's max key, yeah. It's pretty insane. And then Supreme Kind of Time doesn't really matter. You have type advantage anyway. We'll just grab this one green key sphere. And we should be good to go here. We're almost at a Dokkan attack. The Dokkan attack's going to heal us up. We're not going to be able... It's so difficult to fuse. It's so difficult to fuse. And they're at 5.39. Yeah. Very, very fair attack stat. Untransformed. Okay, nice. How much is this going to do? That's it? Oh no. I think we're barely at the point where we can fuse. So I'm actually going to show this rotation. We're not going to get the same type key spheres at all. We're just going to kill Goku here. What's our defense at? Yeah, we're fine. We're going to... Again, we're not going to get the same type key spheres. We don't want to heal up at all. And the next turn, we'll activate the active skill and fuse. Nice. And then this guy should just melt. Like, he's dead. He stands 0 chance of surviving this round. Alright, let's get this fusion done and start just annihilating everything instantly. Okay, he's attacking an awful... He's not super attacking at all. Okay, is this gonna be max key? Almost. We're gonna get the Dokkan attack as well. Yeah, this is a big boy turn. Only problem is we have no offensive support here, but that's not even that huge of a deal. We'll go ahead and grab this. Hopefully we can get some crits on these counters and stuff. No crits, of course. Thanks. Crit? Okay, thank you. I have 20 crit, and plus you have the medium chance. Alright, let's get this Dokkan attack done here. Alright, 5.19, no support. Yep. Pretty fair. Pretty fair unit that can also counter and see super attack locations. There's the crit. Oh, that was an additional super attack. It would have been golden. Oh, we can kill him in one turn here. Oh, we needed the crit. We needed that to be a crit, as well as this one. Oh, if that second one would have crit, he would have died. We would have killed him by... Just Vegito alone would have killed him. we're still like one turning everything here. I'm just gonna show this phase here. Alright, so where's the super attack? That's at the end. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna leave Vegito Blue at the end. We're obviously going to take a lot of damage. Supreme Kai Time's going to take a lot of damage, but I don't think we have 642k health. We're not going to die. And we'll give you these. And the Vegito Blue. Let me just think. I want to save those reds for next turn. We'll grab this. Shouldn't die here, I don't think. It's a lot of damage, but I don't think we're going to die here. Like, seeing the super attack locations is so insane. I really want to level this guy's links up. Like, imagine if he had level 10 links. Like, it would be insane. Alright, physical Vegito Blue. We need, like, 2 supers out of you. Let's see. 2.34. Okay. This guy's also at like level 1 links across the board as well. At least one more. One more. No. Damn it. Alright, whatever. Get some counters going. It's like a super attack. Can you imagine if I put Supreme Kai Time here? We would have lost. Like, the knowledge of knowing where the super attack is coming is just too insane. And now we get to fuse with the other Vegito. So it's just like this team. It's beyond the point where it's just like it's honestly it's laughable like how good this team is. We have look at this rotation, by the way. Look at this rotation here. We have three transformed Super Vegitos all in the same rotation. Okay. Okay. Yep. He's not even supering, right? I don't think. To be honest, I didn't even look. I don't care. 3 million from him. Damn, he dodged. Okay. We need to get these crits, though. Otherwise, it's not going to be that impactful, these counters. 5.7. No support. Yeah. All of his links are active here. There's the crit. Almost 2 million damage on the counter. And another one. No, he dodged it. Get another crit. Another crit. Ah, dodging so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. This team is just insane. Alright, where's the super attack? It's... Oh, we can do this. Wait. Get his full passive active here? Let's do that. Alright, so now what we do... Put Kawasu and Zamasu in the first slot because we know the super attack's there. Again, such a stupid ability. We get this. And Vegito was going to have his full passive active, 217,000. Honestly, we could have just put him in the first slot and he would have been completely fine. But that's fine. We'll get these. Gonna give him full key. He's gonna have 3 guaranteed supers, and with the potential of getting a 4th one. If this guy didn't nullify dodging, he would have a 50% chance to dodge as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This team is very dumb. I feel like I say that like 90 times throughout the course of this video, but like, I don't know. 130k is really not bad. Yep. All right, Vegito, what do you got for us here? Like, he doesn't have that many links active either. 6 million starting out. Okay. We need to get some crits here for sure. At least 2. Damn it. Damn. Alright, well. One more? Yeah, there's the 4th super attack. Crit him! Crit him! Oh, that would have killed him, I think. 4 supers, huh? Very balanced. And then we're going to be able to finish this with STR Super Vegito as well. So this went really well. I'm very happy with how this went. This team is just like, you got 2 transformed Super Vegitos, you got 1 transformed STR, you got physical Vegito Blue, who's honestly still one of the better units in the game, and then you have the tech one. And he's supering in the middle. We know exactly everything this guy's doing here. He's unlocked. He's locked down. We locked down his strategy. All right, yeah. He's gonna keel over here for sure. Let's get this crit counter and kill him. Damn, it didn't crit. All right, well we're gonna kill him with the Kamehameha then. Don't dodge this. Okay, nice. All right, Goku. We'll see you next showcase, I guess, which is gonna be tomorrow for Buhan. But yeah, whatever. There's the crit, 3.3 million. All right, that was a pretty fun. I haven't had that much fun running the Goku event in a long time. So. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so with that said, we ran all the events we needed to run. Oh, that was my record? Wow. I didn't even try. Okay. That just shows how insane that team is. But yeah, now that we showed all the events I wanted to run through, we'll go ahead and jump into the unit evaluation section, and then we'll wrap the video up with basically my final summary of my thoughts on the unit. Alright, so here we are in the unit evaluation section of the video, and as you guys are now accustomed to, we have different buckets we evaluate the units in. Offense, defense, short events, long events, and usability. So, obviously starting from the top, we have offense. I gave him a 9.5. The only reason he didn't get a 10 was because, I mean, turn 1, he's not like coming out with like a 10 million attack stat. He's not Jiren, right? He's not... I don't know. He's not breaking like limits turn 1, but I think, you know, once he gets going, if you're able to transform with him, like I don't know if there are any units that can even compete with the transformed Super Vegito. I don't know if there are. He's doing like unprecedented levels of damage with the built-in crits to his passive. He's super attacking for like 5 million plus without support. And he's showing you the location of super attack, which means that actually does factor into his offense because it's going to let you get the most crits, the most counters you can get in a turn because you know where to not place him to get super attack. And that's also going to factor into his defense as well. I gave him a 9.5 for defense too. I think defensively, this is the beauty of the active skill transformation, right? So let's say, for instance, you're running an event where you really need to prioritize defense and you're set on offense. You don't really care about offense, but your priority at whatever point in time you're running the event in, you want to just maximize your defense. I feel like you can just choose not to transform if you have the option, because this unit definitely is a lot better defensively prior to transforming. They have the 30% damage reduction. Their defensive buff that they're getting from their passive prior to transforming is definitely lower than it is post-transformation, but that 30% damage reduction is definitely going to help them out a lot more than the extra 30% defense is from the post-transformation buff. So I gave them a 9.5. We saw in Super Battle Road that they basically were tanking everything completely fine in their pre-transform state. And it's not like the post-transform Vegito is bad defensively. He has 150% defense. Now, the one thing I will say about defense, and this is the reason why I gave it a 9.5 instead of a 10, is because their defensive stat is actually quite low. I think it's like 11,000 something. And if you take a look at something else, like I think LR boot tanks is at like 14,000 something. So, you know, that's a pretty big discrepancy. It's almost pretty much 3,000 difference. That's going to be a pretty noticeable difference there. But I mean, regardless, they're still behemoths. Turn 1 in Super Battle Road, they're able to tank super attacks, which is not something that many other units can even do. Short events, I gave him a 9.5, and that's pretty much just a culmination of what I just mentioned with the offense and defense as well. Offensively in Super Battle Road, they were like destroying everything. I mean, again, the medium chance to perform additional super attack, if you get that off, not only is it going to give you an extra super attack, but it's going to raise your defense again, which is going to synergize well with the damage reduction, and it all just fits together really nicely. So in Super Battle Road, they're definitely one of the top units you go to. Like if let's say they come out with a extreme category Super Battle Road, if they make like a Majin Buu Saga, the first unit you put on that team is this unit. Like, you definitely want them there, front and center. Next, we have long events. I gave him a 10. Again, I don't know if there are any units that can compete with Transform Super Vegito, but the only thing I would say, and this isn't so much of a factor to where I'd even knock this grade, because again, I gave it a 10 for a reason, is the transformation conditions. There are instances where you would prefer to transform, but you just can't because you're not below the threshold for HP. But I mean, if you're struggling to fall below an HP threshold, that's like that's good. Like, that means that you're not in danger of dying, right? Most of the time. So I would have liked to see a more lenient transformation condition, like how Buhan is. But this isn't like an LR Gohan situation where you just see the transformation happen like once every 5 millenniums, right? So I gave him a 10 for long events. I think it's fair. They're definitely one of the best units in the game for long events, especially if you're able to transform into Super Vegito. It's just over at that point. And then usability, I gave him a 9.5. And the reason why I gave him such a high grade is because I talked about this in the beginning of the video, but their leader skill is, again, I think it's one of the better leader skills in the game. And their link set prior to transforming, Shocking Speed and Prepared for Battle, lets them fit on a lot of the teams that they're on. You know, even if they're not necessarily the best fit for the teams that they're parts of. Like, I mean, you take a look at the teams that they're on. The Patara, they can just fit on there, obviously. Pure Saiyans, you can just throw them on there. I mean, almost every single Saiyan is prepared for battle. Some of Shocking Speed, you just put them together and you sandwich this guy in the middle. He's getting both links active. Joint Forces, I mean, Joint Forces might be a little bit different, but I mean, Prepared for Battle and Shocking Speed is going to work fine there. Super Saiyans is a no-brainer. Kamehameha is, again, it's very easy. And then Final Trump Card, we saw earlier in this video that they did pretty well on the Final Trump Card team. So every single team that they're a part of, they just do well on because their link set is really good. And the last thing to mention about that is their passive, where they get extra ki from type key spheres prior to transforming. Like, that's... They don't even need to activate their key links for them to be good. Like, they're just there and collecting ki. If you have 3 key spheres, like, they're super attacking. That's it. And then the same can be said for post-transformation as well, except it even gets better there because it counts rainbow orbs. So, in total, I did end up giving this unit a 48 out of 50. This is the highest score I've ever given a unit before. I think they deserve it. They're... like, they honestly... They're not bad or even subpar in any event in the game. I can't think of a single event in the game where like these guys aren't in like the top 3. It's just they're pretty much a jack of all trades and a master of all instead of a master of none. I don't know. They did a really good job with this unit, and that's my evaluation of them. You guys let me know down below what you think. Let's go ahead and jump into my final thoughts, and we'll wrap up the video there. Alright, well, here we are. At this point, I think I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to say about this unit. There's a lot to say about them because they're just so good. And especially the Transform version. Like, again, we can take a look at the Transform version one last time here. He does so many broken things. Like, medium chance to perform a crit, counters. He just gets 5 ki for existing. Sees the location of the enemy super attacks, and he has LR Gohan's passive where he gets extra ki. Like, if you made a fan-made card, like, and like you showed it to somebody, this might be what it looks like. Like, this is a fan-made card. Like, this right here is a fan-made card. I don't know. I was very, very impressed with this guy throughout this entire video. Again, this was my first time actually using them as a rainbow unit here. I used them at 55% in the first showcase I did, but I am very happy that I got them to link level 10, even though it did take me like 5 straight days of farming links to get them completely done. I would definitely say it was worth it, and I would do it again for sure. This unit is just unbelievably powerful. I would say if you were to like hold a gun to my head and ask me where I would rank this unit, I would call him a top 2 unit in the game, pretty much without saying much else. Like, that's just where he stands in my opinion. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you have any suggestions for what I can do better in these showcases, let me know. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for more of these. I didn't do one for Kefla just because I've been super busy with other things, but I will do a showcase on her at some point. I don't know if it'll be the super long one, because this does take a while to film. This one took me over 2 hours to record. Now I have to edit it, and now I have to upload it, and then I have to do all this other stuff. So it does take a little bit to actually get this done. But I'm open to suggestions if you guys want to see anything else differently. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.